Welcome back to popolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Type in Po Politickin, listen to some of my interviews since 2008. 1-2-1-2 and Place to Be with Pounds. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. High as hell right now.
Yeah, you just took a, what you just hit?
I just did a dab. I dabbed I smoke weed and shit like flowers still, but for the most part, I just dab. I smoke the live resin, the diamonds. So it get kind of expensive, but, I don't got to break it down, roll it up, smoke it. Like I smoked the whole blunt in, 20 seconds.
I say, why they call you Pounds?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. One of them being my stature. And then, I was doing my 1-2 thing in the street for a long time. So, it's kind of like a double. Pound guy, fat guy, it works.
Then what's the 448? What's the meaning behind the 448?
That's how many grams of the pound.
Oh, shit. I don't know nothing about that. I'm saying that I think I read you from Rochester, right?
Yeah, I'm from Rochester, New York.
So how you got involved with music?
I really was like I was probably around like 20, 21, and like I was around like a bunch of dudes that was rapping, but I ain't rap. And like, I would just hear them and be like, man, I know I can do this shit and better, So, ultimately I was like, yo, I got a verse. They tried to play me. They didn't want to let me record. I laid my shit down and it was like, yo, man, you all right. So I just kind of like picked it up from there. That was like 2004.
And what do you think gravitated you to hip hop?
I mean, I always been in love with hip hop since a little kid, all the way back to like when, my grandparents, they didn't want me listening to that shit and like, throwing tapes out, all kind of shit like that. I'm Italian background, like my grandparents is like off the boat. So they don't really fuck with that hip hop shit. Like now, my grandmother, she's, I forget she's got like a form of dementia or whatever. So she don't really know what's going on. But my grandfather, like, I think he sees now like what it turned into. And like, he's kind of like, proud of me on like, a certain level. Cause they really shitted on that shit when I was a kid,
Mm. So who you say your influences were back then?
Like who did I first start listening to, or who like influenced me in rapping?
I guess you can give us both.
I mean, I started listening to Cool G, Big Daddy Kane. A lot of Rakim. Like Rakim is really where I probably took that super smooth, my flow. You know what I'm saying? Like Rakim was just always like, it would be like other rappers that was like jamming mad words and like come off like they, more lyrical or whatever. But Ra was like mad effortless with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I feel like that's where I take that from. And then like, as far as like influences, Big Pun, obviously, Prodigy, Mobb Deep, Jay-Z, Nas here and there, a lot of Sean Price. Rest in peace, Sean Price. Rest in peace, Prodigy. I keep forgetting these guys have passed because they're so influential, and I still listen to their music every day. You know what I'm saying?
So who influenced you the most out of everybody?
As far as like if I could step in the third person and listen to myself rap, like Sean Price the most. Like Sean Price and Pun equally. Like I want that's where my whole style is from them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a lot of my content and delivery comes from, Mobb Deep. Like Mobb Deep is literally like, if there's no Mobb Deep, it's probably no me rapping. You understand? So.
And what's your story what would you say your story is as an MC?
As far as what?
Just like where you come from, like what you rap about in your music. Like you was kind of talking about it, yeah, content, like what you talk about in your music.
I don't know how familiar you are with my shit, but like I'm prided on authenticity. So everything you hear come out my mouth on record is real. That's me. That's not my buddies. That's not something I heard. That's not something I seen. That's me. And I think that's what really separates me from a lot of what's going on right now in this resurgence. You know what I'm saying? Because up here in upstate New York, it ain't no resurgence because we just been doing this shit the whole time. You know.
So are you familiar? I just thought about that. I think she's from Rochester too. Shay Noir.
She from Buffalo.
Okay, yeah, I just interviewed her. Like, yeah, it's like a lot. Like, then I hear your name with the Griselda too, so I hear like that new sound.
Yeah,
it's a new sound, but it's kind of old sound at the same time.
Yeah, Shay's from Buffalo, Griselda's Buffalo. And out here you got you know, Ito, 38 Special, The Cloth. Damn, I know I'm leaving people out and shit, but it's just so many rappers here that all got that sound that everybody loves. You know what I'm saying? That sound that everybody loves is that upstate sound. So I'm just glad that people are really being so receptive to it right now.
And how would you describe your creative process?
I don't like sit around writing. I don't write until I'm in a studio setting. Like I say, you know, I got my hands on a lot of different things. I'm busy as hell, so I'm really only rapping when it's time to rap. So, you know, and I feel like things come out a lot better that way. Like when me and Buck Wild was doing the album, he would bring samples that we would do like one joint a week, and he would bring samples. We go to the studio, he'd go through the, you know, start chopping shit up. I'll be like, oh, I fuck with that right there. And then you start building the beat. I start jotting on the spot. And then by the time you got a beat formatted, we ready to rock.
What's up? Yeah, I read something. I want to see if it's true, man. I read like, you said first time you smoked this and that, y'all smoked like 3 dozen blunts or something?
Yeah, we smoke a lot of weed. I already smoke a lot of weed. That's why I really got into the dab so heavy like that. But, you know, you hear my voice, my shit is real gravelly. So I got to really, and I be on the Newport still. So, you know, I got to be easy with the blunts and shit like that. But, yeah, that was a long day. That was when we recorded our EP, the 2-pack joint. You know, my man linked us up. I had to, like, this shit was like really all unplanned. Like my man just linked us up, put us in a studio setting, and that shit just came out. It came out. We just smoked like, yeah, we just smoked like a lot of weed, couple zips, like 2-3 zips.
Yeah, and I just want you to talk. I saw, man, because it was actually, I saw an article talking about you, and they were just saying like all the projects you've been dropping of lately. And I just want to go through each one of them and we talk about them a little bit. The ones
all right.
See there. So the first one I see is 44 grams.
448 grams.
Yeah.
That's like in 14. That's like when I really was like, all right, I'm gonna take this rap shit seriously and see what I could do with it. That's like the first joint I put out though. I was really like trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? I had dozens and dozens of shit out, mixtape shit in the street in Rochester, upstate for fucking a decade before that. You know.
Then I see Pee Wee Kirkland.
But that's when I started putting it to it. You know what I'm saying?
Then I see Pee Wee Kirkland.
Yeah, I did the EP that's completely produced by Fifth. Actually, you know, if you go through and see a lot of the footage, you know, all the documentary shit and the videos, you know, Pee Wee came and fucked with me. He came, did the video, did the documentary. He's a cool dude, man. Like one of the coolest. Like that's a cool dude, man. The stories about Pee Wee Kirkland is true. That's a cool dude.
And then the album they was talking about the most was Tuna.
Yeah, that was probably to date. That was like when I really hit the gas. I had dropped Heavy Lies the Crown. You know, I had the joints with you know, West and Conway, then started buzzing, and then I went into the tuna shit, and I just really, you know, got in my pocket with that. I was just in the zone. I went out to LA, I recorded that shit in 5 days with Max Marciano. That's what I do, a lot of these projects. You know, I go places just so I can get a different setting, a different state of mind. You know, I like to record in LA, I like to record in Cali. You know what I'm saying? I like to go get a suite on Redondo Beach so I could wake up to that in the morning, and then we got the booth set up right in the room. I did rules and parameters like that.
That's tight. Then I see Tony.
Yeah. That's what I dropped right before I dropped Traficante, because I was working on a project, like a multiple producer project, when me and Buck started working on our joint. And I had this joint. I knew it was crazy. I just put it out, did a couple videos, and that just kind of rolled me into Traficante. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then the Traficante, that's the one I see, the latest project. That's the one I see.
Yeah, that came out top of the year, January. That was produced entirely by Buck Wild. Probably like my most viewed project as of now or whatever. It definitely got me a lot of looks, like, you know, like I'm doing all this shit. I just, you know, did a pop-up of Classic Material. I just dropped my own flavor of Mikey Likes It last weekend. I'm just doing a lot, man. You know, they got me playing Big Pun in the Big L biopic, put it on. Then I got a Cooking the Italian Classics that we're shooting with Beyond Meat. You know, dairy-free and meatless versions of the Italian classics. So me and my guy New Vegas does all my videos. We're putting that together right now for Beyond Meat. So I'm just trying to get my hands on just anything I can do right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not with the rapping is like really a stepping stone for me to keep it 100, because, you know, I'm on my third weed strain that I got out. We're about to drop our first concentrate line. You know, I drop really cool merch. That's like what I'm into. Like, I'm not really into dropping like hats and shirts. You know, that shit's cool, but I like putting out like pieces. You know what I'm saying?
So what you be putting out?
When I dropped Traficante, I dropped the pounds 448, the digital scale. Those sold out in one day.
Damn.
The fucking things are reselling for $150 on eBay. I did when we dropped the Smoke Dizza, I dropped the whole line of like everything came in like resealable bags. Then when I dropped Blue Gardenia, it got dropped with the Food Saver. And then I got something real special that's about to drop with There Is No Mafia, my new shit that's coming out in a couple weeks. I got some crazy visuals. I'm dropping a documentary with it, you know, basically showing people, like, you know, the pounds they don't know about, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really talking about a lot of shit that I never touched on. And these visuals for the new project are crazy, man. I got a guy, New Vegas Films. He is fucking stupid with it. You know, he really brings my vision to life, like 100%.
And what kind of strains you got? You say you got 3 strains?
Yeah, I got the Neapolitan, I got the tiramisu, and we just dropped the cannoli.
Yeah, you gotta holler at me, man. Shit.
All cookie cuts. All cookie cuts, yeah. If it wasn't on this Zoom shit, that probably would have happened.
I know, right?
This COVID thing as well.
I know. So I say, since like you said, you kind of doing everything. So what are your goals? Like, what is success to you in the game?
I mean, if you take where I come from and kind of like where my life started out, I've already made it tenfold. So, you know, I come from the group homes. You know, I was that dirty kid in high school that was sleeping in cars and, you know, getting made fun of by everybody for being dirty and shit. So, like for me to even be where I'm at right now is, I'm good. I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I embrace my blessings, and I'm never like, you know, I don't ever take that shit for granted because it could all be gone like that.
Mm. So how you think how you been dealing with the COVID and all that?
I'm just really getting the hang of doing the music shit differently. You know, people are home, they're spending money. We can't do shows. We can't do promo runs properly. So, you know, we're just adjusting to doing things more online, which I don't really prefer. You know, like this Zoom shit is cool, but I'd rather be doing a podcast in the studio, smoking with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, man, I mean, I'm just gonna adapt, and I think a lot of the other artists that are in the same lane as me and still doing well are doing the same thing. We're just adapting.
Yeah, I saw you was doing a couple of freestyles on YouTube. I saw you be spitting.
Oh yeah, nah, I'll be rapping. I got a bunch of them out. You talking about Shade 45 joints?
Yeah.
I got a mess of them Shade 45 joints out. I'm probably gonna drop a freestyle tape, man, soon, just because I feel like nobody does that anymore. So I'm gonna do one.
Yeah, that's
real
what I was gonna say. I can actually tell when you was rapping. I was like, look, like he actually freestyling, because you know they don't do that no more. But I know he actually freestyling.
I'm very old school, so it's like, you know, I go in there. I might have some bars in my head that I want to say, shit that I fall back on, you know. So I might kick something, fall off that, you know, go off the head, go back, lean back on something I got, you know, just bounce it back and forth. So it's not, you know, people know when you wrote the verse for the shit. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, no shade to anybody that does. That's cool, but you know, I'm trying to give them a show. You understand?
So, what advice would you give to new artists?
Don't stop. That's literally all this about. This rap shit is a marathon. Cause like, you know, to an artist that's not anywhere he wants to be and can't get anything popping for himself, or maybe just don't have the drive and determination, they look at me like I'm on, and I'm not even close to that. So there's different levels to just really pushing your. So if you're pushing your shit as hard as you can and you're seeing results, what's that showing you? That it's working. All you got to do is keep going. This shit is a turtle race, man. Low and slow, baby. This shit is like a crock pot. You just got to cook that bitch.
You know, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Thank you for buying my shit. Because without y'all, I don't exist. I'll just be rapping to the internet. Yeah.
Anybody just now hearing about you, let them know why they should go follow you, check you out.
You can go find my shit at @pounds448 on every social media, streaming, all that. You should come fuck with me because I'm the illest and I'm the realest. I'm not no liar, and a lot of these guys are. And I'm not saying, you know, that's wrong because that's entertainment, but when you come fuck with me, you get that real.
All right, man. I appreciate politicking with you, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate, man. Soon we gonna smoke some of this Borgata Farms.
Yeah, man. I'm with that. You already said your social media. Anything else you want to leave listeners with?
Man, just all you can do is just go to my shit. You go to my shit and you fuck with, you know, this real hip hop, this underground sound. You're gonna fuck with me. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.